Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody.
Keith and Francis here. So, Silver Fox Photography, Silver Fox Explorer. And for those of you who've been following along on our Facebook feed, then you know that maybe you didn't realize this, but we're a little over a month into our adventure and our travel.
Yes.
And so we previously left Bali, Indonesia. We went to Kuala Lumpur. We'll maybe do some more videos about what that was like. But today, we wanted to share with you our first impressions of India. We just arrived in India a little over 24 hours ago.
Yes.
And yesterday, we just had the opportunity for the first time to get out and explore a little bit our local area. So, Francis, what are your first impressions of India?
I'm not really, I want to be unbiased, but it's really impossible to be unbiased.
Mm-hmm.
I was overwhelmed with the traffic, with the people like in your face, with the just the incredible fear I guess I had when I first got in here. I was like, oh my God, they're all gonna like try to, you know, take something from me. Everybody wants something. So there's a lot of that going on.
I agree.
But then we got a taxi ride. Finding a taxi from the airport was a pain in the ass. Our hotel had said that, hey, we're going to have a taxi driver for you. Look for the sign. Like, we looked. There was no sign.
No taxi driver.
We looked all over the place ridiculously, spent way too much time looking for this taxi. So we finally got another taxi. It cost so much money, way more than what we should have
And
paid.
he really didn't know where the
Didn't
hotel
know where he was
was.
going, and we would pull over. He'd pull over at random places and start asking where the hotel was, and we're thinking, oh my God, and it was about 12:30 at night.
Right.
12:30
We
in the
just
morning.
wanted to get back to our hotel.
So we arrive at the hotel. We get here, and the room is not in good shape. It actually looked like he had just rented the room, and we kind of think we saw the guy leave the room that we just got in. So the sheets were filthy. There was hair like on the pillowcases. I mean, it's one thing if it's your hair or my hair, but like when it's a random person's hair, you just kind of wonder.
It
about
was
that.
very obvious that someone had slept in his bed and it had just been made and not
Yes.
changed.
No towels, no toilet paper, no nothing. And so and it was really late at night, and we were so gross and dirty, and I was just like, I'm so pissed off about this.
So the evilness came out in Francis a little bit.
So I called him up and I said, is this your practice? Is this your practice? You just have rooms with dirty sheets? Is this what you do here? And they're like, oh, no, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. And they came in and cleaned up all the sheets and stuff. And
Oh, we took a cold shower because
we took a
we
cold
couldn't
shower.
figure out how to get the hot water to work.
So anyway, we ended up just falling asleep. Like, we were just exhausted on clean sheets, thank God.
But the next day,
We started having additional problems with the management. They're asking us to pay. They tried to run our credit card. It said declined, and we're like, oh my God, like, what's happened? Why is our credit card being declined? So we called the bank. The bank's like, there was never a charge on your card for that. Nobody even attempted.
so it turns out the problem was not with our credit card. It was that their little credit card scanner thing doesn't work.
Yeah, never has worked apparently. So now they want cash. So now we're going to go find an ATM and try to find one that's not a hijacked ATM.
And apparently, and we're beginning to learn this is part of the culture, not very trusting. The issue is they want us to pay for the full reservation of the room up front in cash because they're afraid we're going to skip out.
Yeah, they took our pictures yesterday. They're like, come here, I want to take your picture. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not going to take my picture? And he's like, I want to take your picture. And it was all about because they were afraid we were going to leave. Like, where would we go?
So those were kind of first impressions, negative things, walking around the city, terribly disgusting, everything, so dirty, so nasty.
I don't know how these poor people live.
But you know, if you think about it, I grew up in rural Mississippi on a dirt road, and it was a lot like that before the road got paved because every time a car would pass by or any traffic, you know, dirt, dust everywhere. And
This
so
is our India look.
that's our India look. Yes, so we both have masks. I
Yes.
found one at the airport in Kuala Lumpur before we left. I'm so glad I did. It makes all the difference in the world. So first impressions, people
I
in
hope it gets
India,
better.
they don't trust you. We don't trust them.
We also are very white.
Kind of feel like everything
Yes.
we run into is a scam.
We're very white.
Yeah.
In case you guys didn't know
Right,
that.
right.
And
we
nobody
stick
else
out.
is here that is this white.
I think it's worth noting that we're in a part of town that doesn't get a lot of Western travelers, I think.
Well, it was cheap.
We are staying in a place where mostly local people stay in a hotel, but it's incredibly cheap.
Yeah.
So those were all the bad things. The positive things, over 24 hours into it,
We had good food.
we got the bed changed. The bed is super comfortable.
It is.
The room is actually, although it didn't start out clean, we've been working ourselves. And we've cleaned our own room, and so it's very tolerable now. It's actually a very comfortable room.
My little tiny bottle of Lysol has been very handy.
We have aircon. That
And-
is huge.
And my good friend Renelle,
Yeah.
she got me this little throw here,
You're
so
right.
we hang this up, and it just helps us to remember that we are connected with other people.
There's security cameras here. They're nuts about security here in India. So I do feel safe. I haven't run across anything where I didn't feel safe yet. We did a little jaunt around town last night. I was surprised to see that the sun had gone down by the time we went out, so it was already
12-hour
dark.
days. That's
So-
just how it is out here.
But we did get out a little bit. We didn't really find what we were looking for, but we're gonna go out today and explore the city. We're probably about a 20-minute train ride from the city center.
we totally didn't find anything
So
we're looking for.
we're gonna go. We did figure out there is a metro stop 5 minutes away, so we're gonna go get on a train, go into the city, and see how that goes. And then, so if you're curious, continue to follow us here on Facebook. Also follow our travel blog, silverfoxexplorer.com. I posted a couple of posts already on Ubud Bali, so if you haven't checked that out, please go on and check that out. And then as I have time, what I'm deciding or what I'm figuring out is just have to kind of do this blog thing as I have time, but I'm going around taking lots of pictures. And when I have the time, I'll sit down and do some writing, and we'll get something new up on India. So I don't want to discourage anyone. If you're thinking about coming to India, come. It's exciting. I can't wait to get out and take some awesome photos. But just
use New Delhi as a point of entry.
Yeah.
But I have not been thrilled about staying
we're
in
not
New
excited about
Delhi.
staying in New Delhi yet.
We're here for 1 week.
The pollution, the smog's pretty bad. But anyway, we'll keep you updated on how things go, and we'll see if our attitudes change any by the time that we finish. So, anything else, Francis, to add?
No.
All right.
We love you guys.
Love
Thank
everyone.
you for your support.
Thanks for following us.
While we're doing this crazy adventure thing.
And I think this was fun, so we'll try to do some more in the near future. All right. Give us a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, you got to do that.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.